Aeromexico jet that was stuck on the tarmac in Oakland for hours. Passengers complained of no water and no air conditioning.
The pilot's conversation with air traffic control reveals it wasn't just a nightmare for the passengers.
Right now, we have a real emergency here. The passengers are shouting. They are calling 911. They just put in social that we are kidnapping them. They put in signs around the planes. I've been asking for an hour and a half, so I don't think that you understand the quality of the emergency here.
I do understand, sir. However, I do not have the personnel to contain everybody. We're working on that right now in order to get your doors open.
Sir, I just called for 2 hours ago, so you don't know what's happening here. You need someone to die, or what happened to open a door?
No, sir, that's not the point. I just need personnel.
KPIX 5 reporter Joe Vazquez is live in Oakland on the 4-hour ordeal. Joe?
Yeah, Liz, you can hear the frustration in the voice of the pilot. Imagine what it was like to be a passenger. They knew much less. They were flying from Guadalajara to San Francisco today. It got fogged out, so they had to come to Oakland. And here they sat on the tarmac for nearly 4 hours. One of the passengers was so frustrated that he got up and threatened to go through the emergency exit, and that's when the sheriff's department had to be called.
Children's crying, people, they can't breathe. So it was terrible.
The pilot kept announcing they were leaving, but then the Aeromexico plane kept sitting firmly on the tarmac at the Oakland International Airport. The cabin got increasingly uncomfortable.
It was hot, little kids crying, like older women about to pass out too.
Several passengers began to faint. Their neighbors fanned them with magazines.
Everybody started sweating. There was a man 93 years old behind us, no water. There was like at least 10 kids. They never offer water.
Can we please get you to sit down, please? Sit down.
As Aeromexico Flight 622 approached 4 hours of sitting on the tarmac, 2 passengers decided they'd had enough.
There was a couple of people that want to get out, and then they got a little attitude.
We encountered the gentleman that was upset. There was also a second passenger that was upset. That person was also detained. Was the man really going to open the door? Probably not. We don't know, but he voiced his intent to do so, and the pilot did the right thing by calling law enforcement and getting us there.
Paramedics ended up treating several passengers who had difficulty breathing. Finally, just before the 4-hour mark, the flight crew allowed the passengers to disembark in Oakland. One tells me that most remained calm, but there were a few who had anxiety attacks as it got very tense toward the end, with very little communication from the airline about what was going to happen next.
What upsets me is they don't give us any explanation what happened.
And we also reached out to Aeromexico, but have not yet heard back from them. I should mention, Liz, the 2 men who were detained were pretty quickly released this evening.
Now, Joe, we know when we fly domestically, passengers have a certain set of security measures for them, for their own protections. They're entitled to them. It's called the Passenger's Bill of Rights. What kind of rights do you have aboard an international flight? Are they the same?
Right. A Passenger Bill of Rights says that you can't have more than a 3-hour delay keeping people on the tarmac. After 3 hours or before the 3-hour mark, you have to let people out. You've got to explain what's going on. For international flights, it is 4 hours. And according to one passenger we spoke with, they came right under the 4-hour mark today. But you can see how frustrating that is to get to that mark.
Yeah, incredibly stressful. All right, Joe, thank you.